What's up everyone, Mark here, and I know this isn't my normal kind of video, but just the other day we had an awesome little Pride celebration here in Warwick that I wanted to share with all of you. The gathering included proclamations from the Warwick City Council, the Rhode Island State Legislature, remarks by Mayor Frank Picozzi and others, and the raising of the Pride flag over City Hall. If you'd like to skip around, I've put chapter links down in the description, along with a number of links to some organizations you might consider supporting this Pride season. Please take a minute to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.
I'm very proud and honored to stand here today as the City of Warwick joins other municipalities across the Rhode Island and the nation to raise the flag in celebration of Pride Month. I wouldn't describe our city as a city of people being tolerant. I describe them as people being of acceptance. As a member of the baby boomer generation, I'm very proud of how far our society has come to correct the injustices of the past. People no longer have to hide who they are or who they love, but we still have a ways to go. But it does give me great comfort to know that my young grandchildren are going to grow up in a world having friends that have a mom and a dad, or two moms or two dads, or whatever there is. There's nothing abnormal about that, because family is family, love is love, and we're all equal. I'd like to ask Council President McAllister to come up and offer some remarks.
Thank you very much, Mayor. And I just want to say that on behalf of the City Council, we are thrilled that we are doing this today. The Council is also going to be doing a resolution on this. And as the Mayor said, love is love, and we're just so honored that the City of Warwick, we want to encourage everyone to come here. This is a place where we're a great community, and events like this are why our community is so strong. So this is great for our family, for our friends, for our community. So thank you for joining us this afternoon. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce a special guest. He's going to come up and say a few words. Valentino, Rourke.
Good afternoon and happy Pride Month. Welcome. My name is Valentino Rourke, and I am new to this public speaking thing, so please be patient with me. 9 years ago on this exact date, I graduated from the 8th grade, and normally most 12-year-olds would be very proud of themselves and accomplished. However, I was miserable. At the time, I was battling with who I thought I was. I thought I had to be someone that would make society happy, someone who fit into what it deemed as the norm. But I wasn't happy. I was miserable. Luckily, 4 years later, I came out to my parents in my freshman year of college. At the time, I was nervous. I was not sure what their reaction would be. I wasn't sure how they would take it. I wasn't sure how I would take it. Luckily, I was showered in love and support, and with that support, I became the person I am today. Happy, proud, and gay. Thank you. I know that there are people out there who aren't as blessed as I am, people who don't have the support group that I do. And to those people, I want to say, regardless, you are loved, and you deserve to be loved. Now let's come together and raise the Pride flag, so that future generations of the LGBTQIA+ community can have that same happiness, regardless of who they are, so that they may too know that they are loved. Today, Warwick is saying, be true to yourself, and that love is love. Thank you and happy Pride Month.
I'd like to ask Representative Camille Vella-Wilkinson to come up, and she has a proclamation from the state.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. And I want to welcome my brothers and sisters in government from the General Assembly, as well as from the Warwick City Council. It is my distinct pleasure this afternoon to represent Speaker Shikarchi, who, as you all know, is also a very proud resident of the city of Warwick, Rhode Island. And I read for you the State of Rhode Island citation. Be it hereby known to all that the Rhode Island House of Representatives hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to the City of Warwick, Rhode Island, celebrating 2021 Pride Month and the call for action to continue to inspire all people to live up to our nation's promise for equality, liberty, and justice for all, as well as recognizing the triumphs and trailblazing efforts of the LGBTQ+ community. The entire membership extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued good fortune. Given the 7th day of June 2021 at the State House in Providence, Rhode Island, proposed by Speaker K. Joseph Shikarchi and presented by Representative Camille Vella-Wilkinson. Ladies and gentlemen, somewhere under the rainbow is the great city of Warwick, saluting our LGBTQ community. Thank you.
I'm going to ask Senator Kendra Anderson to come forward and introduce our next speaker.
Hi, Kendra Anderson here, and this is a great day, beautiful out, wonderful day to raise a Pride Month flag. Our next speaker, I'm an ally of the community, definitely someone who you don't want to hear too much from. You want to hear from people who are actually part of the community. I'm here in support, but I have today here Gigi Debello from Warwick to give a few words. Thank you. It's Gigi Debello. Just for the record, it still sounds Italian, which is what I am, so there you go. I think it's really lovely to follow you, my friend, because we were asked to raise the flag as a woman and a man together, but I feel like the story you just heard is somebody young in their life, starting out in the power of love around him, and now you're going to hear somebody old tell their story, and I promise it won't be that long, but it's a nice juxtaposition to his story. I'm so happy to be here to see the city of Warwick raise the flag to celebrate Pride and acknowledge the fight for equity and justice that continues. We have a lot to celebrate, and I want to thank the Warwick elected officials and all of us who braved this heat for this recognition. Rhode Island is actually at the forefront of equality for LGBTQ people, and much has been done legislatively over the past few decades. One example is the Rhode Island Parentage Act, signed into law a year ago, almost to the day, to ensure that all Rhode Island children have equal access to family protections. This is particularly meaningful for me because in 1993, my late wife and I were the first in Rhode Island to cross-adopt each other's children, paving the way for many other LGBTQ families and children. And now I'm a grandmother and a proud Warwick resident. Like our mayor, I'm a grandmother. You're a grandfather, I know. Got to be easy with the gender thing, it's no big deal. All right, that's good. We're grandparents together, so that's a good thing, and we're both proud Warwick residents. My new life partner and I met in Warwick 5 years ago. Ours is a Warwick love story. Our first date was in Patuxent Village. We took many walks through the neighborhood getting to know each other, and now we own a home together situated at the start of the Gatsby Day Parade, surrounded by a warm and welcoming community. While we're nearing retirement, we know there's more for us to do to combat injustice. We commit to speak out in whatever ways we can, to talk with our legislators and our neighbors about what's on our minds. LGBTQ people still face violence and abuse simply for trying to live their lives in authentic ways, and housing discrimination is still allowed in Rhode Island, with legislation pending to finally end it. For LGBTQ people of color, it's obviously worse. Asian, Black, Latinx, and other groups are targeted for their skin color, immigration status, and language. Black and brown men and women are targeted by people unable to see their humanity, whether they're driving on the highway, grilling in their backyard, or walking in their neighborhood. And trans women of color are most at risk. Activist Harvey Milk said, "Hope is never silent," and I agree. Hope comes from speaking up and speaking out. Even at small gatherings like this one, we must speak out about everyone's injustice. Shame is corrosive, and silence can be misinterpreted and co-opted. Hope and pride is never silence for anyone. Thank you.
If the City Council would join me on both sides of the podium, I'm going to read the proclamation. Whereas the LGBTQIA plus communities have faced and continue to face many challenges in their fight for equity, equality, and whereas reports of acts of violence and discrimination against the LGBTQIA plus communities have been and continues to be extremely unsettling, it needs to end. And whereas the LGBTQIA plus Pride Month is a time to join together to celebrate the progress that has been made thus far and the continued efforts of all that join in the fight for equality. And whereas the City of Warwick is raising the Pride flag in celebration of Pride Month. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Frank J. Picozzi, Mayor of the City of Warwick, do hereby proclaim June 2021 as Pride Month. I see he said he didn't want to help, and now he is.